Alright people, so this is going to be a very serious video. Now, originally I had another video planned for today, however, this news has kind of pushed that video maybe on the back burner till tomorrow or Monday, but that is because I bring you guys the truly saddening and heartbreaking news that legendary rock and roll Hall of Famer and former Fleetwood Mac guitarist Lindsey Buckingham has in fact had to undergo a open heart surgery operation. People, yes, at the age of 69, Lindsey Buckingham has in fact had open heart surgery that unfortunately appears to have done, hopefully not, but what could be permanent damage to his vocal cords. Although as of this upload time, Lindsey's medical team is unaware of whether he can recover the damage done to his vocal cords and whether his voice can recover fully or whether he has done, hopefully not irreversible damage, but it's unclear the state that his voice will be in. But the most important thing is that Lindsey did in fact have this emergency surgery in time, and luckily he has been shown at home with Kristen, and look, it's he's looking in good spirits, guys. However, this is truly breaking and devastating news for a guy who within the past year to maybe even the last 18 months or however long, just within the past year really, of Lindsey being dismissed from Fleetwood Mac, which now let's get one thing out of the way here, guys. As we all know, the only two true original members remaining in the current Fleetwood Mac that have been there ever since 1967 is the legendary rhythm section of Mick Fleetwood and John McVie. However, guys, fans like us of the classic Rumors incarnation of the group know just how key not only Lindsey's producing strength was key to some of Fleetwood Mac's most recognizable tracks, but his intense, almost frantic type of voice and his obvious mastery of the guitar, and this is just a crushing blow to somebody that has once again has been dishonorably dismissed from the band that he loves, from people he spent the better part of 45 years so sort being sort of a key part in not the creative engine that always drove Fleetwood Mac to strive to do better. Again, look no further than rumors the original 1975 Fleetwood Mac, the controversial Tusk as an example, and even though Lindsay didn't decide to leave the band when this release occurred, but if you need a true example of the true vocal talent of this band, look no further than the 1987 Fleetwood Mac, and especially Lindsay's solo classic Big Love. And if you need a third example of what Lindsay was able to do with the modern period that Fleetwood Mac had right before he was sort of banished and forced into exile. Look no further than Fleetwood Mac's last studio release, 2003, Say Will. Now, I know some critics regard that as Lindsay's finest hour. I personally don't, but just again, guys, the point to all this is now Lindsay's voice, and obviously the second part of his instrument may be forever altered. Maybe even, although again, nothing's been confirmed as of this time, to the point where he might not ever be able to sing properly or perform in a live setting again. Now, one last thing before we wrap up here, guys, is that Lindsay, in the realm of needing to always be touring and do live shows, that's while yes, it's a very big part of his legacy and who he was with Fleetwood Mac, and also as a soloist, is touring, but as Lindsay has stated on his own accord and by many interviews and people in the industry, such as his former bandmate Mick Fleetwood, the late Tom Petty, and even the legendary Brian Wilson, have said, where Lindsay shines best is truly in the studio. And now, guys, if this vocal cord damage due to this open heart surgery is permanent, it could mean Lindsay's out of the business that he's been in since he's been a teenager. That's how long Lindsay has been in the music career, and for something this major to happen to him at this point in his life, thankfully, again, and first and foremost, Lindsay is 100% fine. He's still able to make talking noises come out of his mouth. It is just unfortunate that whatever surgery that he had to undergo to correct his heart issue may have and appears to have had some effect on his vocal cords. But again, guys, this is the time where most people, I think, would like to see Lindsay's brothers and sisters in Fleetwood Mac sort of put his dismissal aside. If nothing else, just long enough to send him uh, a, a more heartfelt statement than what they did. Now, the band has addressed this on Facebook, Twitter, and all social platforms, but again, it was kind of just, oh, we're sad to hear about Lindsay. Our thoughts with him and his family for a speedy recovery. It's like, guys, how how about a phone call to say, hey, bud, putting all this petty bullshit aside for a minute. How the hell are you, and are you okay? Now, I truly do think, guys, that at some point, at least Christine might send another heartfelt email to Lindsay, but I I think it would only be right for Mick and John, and especially the person who is kind of credited for dismissing Lindsay back in January of last year, and as fate would have it, his former girlfriend, Stevie Nicks. Now, as of this recording, guys, the band has made no other official statement or then what I just stated to you, or if there are any plans to reach out to Lindsay, if nothing else, just to check on his welfare. But I hope that if Mick, Stevie, and John still really respect Lindsay's contributions to Fleetwood Mac's 52-year history, that they will truly be the brothers and sisters that Mick has said they always were, and will hopefully at least make some kind of joint effort to sort of reach out to Lindsay and check on his welfare as a person. Fuck the ex-bandmate thing. Fuck the fuck the out of court thing, and just overall forget, especially for you, Stevie, that you supposedly can't stand him anymore, because toxic relationship or not, that is still your former boyfriend, and somebody that you spent 46 or 45, 46, 40 plus years collaborating with, and I really think that Stevie should do a bit of soul searching, and at least try and reach out to her old songbird. Now, as for Mick and John, Mick especially, because he's the one that always said Lindsay was the secret architect and the secret weapon of Fleetwood Mac. Again, Mick, I just really hope that if you always truly did mean all those things, that again, you would push down all the current drama and fresh energy that's supposedly been generated by Mike and Neil from standing in for Lindsay and truly reach out to the person that um that that you basically begged to be in Fleetwood Mac uh, uh, on New Year's Eve of '74. And just overall, again, guys, the most important thing is the world still has Lindsey Buckingham will lately and I I forget Lindsay and Kristen's third child's name, but the important thing is that the the kids still have their dad, and Christian still has her husband, and more importantly, the world still has this genius of a man, and they're all just very articulate and knowledgeable person in the industry, and I just think that this might have been a sign for his former brothers and sisters in arms to sort of drop the double-edged sword, if only for a moment, and just check on their old friend and ex-boyfriend. So there you go, guys. That's my little tangent again. Lindsey Buckingham, ex-guitarist of Fleetwood Mac, has had to undergo open heart surgery, and it may or may not have. It's unclear as of this upload time as to whether it has affected his vocal cords permanently. And the last thing I'll say before I end this video is, Lindsay, I posted this on your Facebook earlier today. Get better, my friend. You have no idea the hours of entertainment that you and Fleetwood Mac, but especially you, just overall the frontman and the guitarist, you have no idea the hours of entertainment and just overall adrenaline that you've given me over these 23 years of my existence, and obviously, my friend, I hope that you are able to still have that amazingly powerful and frantic voice, and best wishes to you and the rest of the Buckingham clan.